In this gripping tale, a peaceful homeowner faces relentless harassment from a domineering HOA leader. Armed with meticulous records and strategic planning, he uncovers her corrupt schemes, rallies the community, and delivers justice through undeniable evidence. It's a story of resilience, clever tactics, and triumphant retribution against unchecked power. Nancy and I were searching for a spot to flee the urban hustle. We craved tranquility, a patch of land for a pet we planned to adopt, and clear night skies free from the haze of city illumination. We discovered our ideal haven, a compact, robust home from the 1970s, perched on half an acre along a tranquil rural lane. The highlight was its position as the final dwelling before the gateway to the newly developed, expansive Bleakwood Estates. The realtor, Brenda, with her overpowering scent and rapid speech, emphasized it greatly. You'll enjoy the perks of a premium subdivision nearby, minus the obligations. She gestured toward the smooth asphalt and uniform residences. Home prices will skyrocket. Plus, she confided, no homeowners association forever. This parcel is exempt due to prior status. It's like your personal enclave. Enclave. That appealed to me. I envisioned myself as the ruler of my modest half-acre domain, inhabitants, us two, and an upcoming canine companion called Hank. We finalized the deal that day. On relocation day, we were perspiring, fatigued, amid stacks of cartons. I struggled with assembling a bookcase that seemed more complex than rocket assembly when a small vehicle zipped into our drive. A lady with a rigid blonde coiffure that appeared bulletproof emerged. She wore a neat white sports outfit and a headband emblazoned with "Bleakwood greets you" in glittering script. This marked our initial meeting with the infamous Karen Black. "Greetings," she exclaimed, her tone overly amplified and enthusiastic. "I'm Karen Black, head of the Bleakwood Residence Group. Just stopping by to extend a welcome to the area." I cleaned my damp palm on my trousers and clasped her immaculate one. "Stand battered, and this is my spouse, Nancy. Pleased to make your acquaintance." Nancy offered a genuine grin. "Delighted to encounter you, Karen. We're thrilled to settle here." Karen's gaze swept our grounds, her expression tightening subtly. She wasn't appraising the structure. She scrutinized the minutiae. The faintly flaking coating on the casement edges, the aged, corroded postbox tilting slightly sideways, the ancient oak that shed nuts prolifically. Her inspection resembled a joy-dampening assessor. "It's an endearing spot," she remarked, the term endearing carrying substantial weight. "A true gem needing polish. Thrilled that it'll be spruced up. It'll boost the entryway's appeal for Bleakwood." I tensed slightly. "Spruced up? We recently acquired it. We appreciate its current state," I responded, perhaps too protectively. "It possesses personality." Karen chuckled sharply, akin to a yapping lapdog. "Personality is splendid, yet street-side attractiveness preserves asset worth. I'll deliver a greeting package soon. It includes the Bleakwood guidelines and regulations to familiarize you with our norms." Nancy interjected gracefully. "That's considerate, Karen. However, our broker clarified our land isn't under the association." Karen's grin remained, but her stare chilled, like a predator's beam. "Naturally, dear, formally speaking, but we're unified here, right? Everyone seeks Bleakwood's optimal state." She tapped my limb firmly. "We'll communicate." Then she re-entered her vehicle and sped off, trailing a subtle aroma of costly fragrance and implicit warnings. The greeting bundle came the following day. Nestled amid inexpensive vino and dry biscuits was a bulky bound volume entitled Bleakwood Estates Rules, Stipulations, and Limitations. I browsed it. Regulations covered all aspects: precise neutral tones for home exteriors, permitted floor varieties for landscaping, lawn blade elevations specified precisely. It dictated refuse containers invisible from roadways beyond a dozen hours. It resembled a despot's manual masquerading as a neighborhood manual. I discarded it into a container marked with assorted clutter. "Well," I told Nancy, "she appears entertaining." Nancy, organizing the cooking area, replied, She seems unfamiliar with refusal. During the initial 12 months, matters stayed serene. We'd receive sporadic indirect bulletins from the group in our postbox, labeled for the adjacent dweller on the rural path. They contained prompts on yard upkeep and unified appearance significance. We disregarded them. We coded our entry portal in a vibrant, uplifting azure, a hue absent from the sanctioned neutral palette. We permitted the oak to scatter its seeds. We were content in our isolation. Yet we ought to have anticipated. Individuals like Karen Black disregard enclaves. They view them as untamed lands. She awaited the opportune moment to initiate her conquest. The assault commenced discreetly, not with a uniformed force on my threshold, but via a slim pale envelope slipped beneath the crimson marker of my slanted, corroded postbox. I assumed unsolicited advertisements, possibly a discount for eateries. I unsealed it en route indoors. Within was a neat printed advisory. Atop, in refined lettering, it declared Bleakwood Estates Design Oversight Panel. The advisory notified that my postbox breached Clause 4, Segment 2 of the Bleakwood Rules, due to inconsistency and overall deterioration. It enclosed a fuzzy monochrome image of my postbox captured remotely, as if a perilous creature. A penalty of $25 was due to the group within 10 days. I halted in my drive, gazing. I wasn't affiliated with the group. I wasn't bound by their directives. This equated to a citation from a fictional monarch. It held no value. Indoors, I displayed it to Nancy. She perused it, a minor scowl emerging. "What a nuisance," she commented. "Discard it." So I did. I shredded it into quadrants and disposed of it with delight. I believe that concluded it. 7 days later, another mailing. This is a follow-up alert. The penalty escalated to $50 plus a $10 delay charge. It featured a fresh, closer image of my postbox, plus a manual annotation at the base in Karen's swirling, forceful script. Swift adherence is valued for communal benefit. She's tenacious, credit due. I stated, balling it and tossing it with greater pleasure. This routine persisted for a month. Penalties mounted. Images grew theatrical, from varied perspectives to emphasize the postbox's illicit tilt. Then the turf issue arose. Another advisory materialized, this for infringing the sod elevation decree. Evidently, my sod exceeded the required 3 inches by half an inch. Penalty $50. This irked me profoundly. How could she ascertain precise sod length? The revelation occurred one evening. I awoke to an odd noise outdoors and peered through the pane. There, illuminated by Bleakwood's lamps, a silhouette hunkered in my foreyard. It was Greg, one of Karen's panel associates, a timid fellow. He wielded a measuring stick, inserting it into my sod, gauging blades like an evidence collector. I observed, captivated by the ludicrousness, until he darted back over the boundary. Next dawn, I acquired the loftiest, gaudiest, most absurdly rose-colored yard ornament bird available. I dubbed him Fernando and positioned him centrally in the yard. If surveillance was their game, I'd supply a spectacle. That bird declared hostilities. A mute, synthetic, feathered conflict. Karen's retort was prompt and excessive. Days later, as I barbecued patties in the rear yard, a vehicle from a nearby greenery service arrived. 2 workers exited, entered my grounds unannounced, and drove a large vivid yellow placard into my sod, mere feet from Fernando. It proclaimed, "This site is under examination by the Bleakwood Estates Adherence Panel." It was enormous, garish. Implied my abode was hazardous. Vehicles entering Bleakwood decelerated to gape. Familiar locals puinta. I experienced a surge of fury and shame. This differed, not a disposable missive. This was communal humiliation. Nancy emerged, holding bun plates. She spotted the placard, and her expression solidified. Oh, she didn't. I tightened my hands. My impulse was to extract the placard, carry it to Karen's impeccable sod, and I wasn't certain but gratifying. But Nancy touched my limb. Her contact was steady, her gaze fierce. No, están. Avoid her tactics. Don't rage. Be astute. Astute? Nancy? A massive yellow marker in our yard screams, "Gaze at these messes. I desire retaliation." "We will," she affirmed resolutely. "But our method, with data, with verification. Fetch the recording device, our trip one. Henceforth, we capture all. Each missive, each decelerating vehicle, each intruder on our land." She was correct. My trivial vengeance with the bird amused, but merely irked the adversary. This adversary required entrapment. Thus, I retrieved the device. I placed it in the forepane, aimed at the placard, the lane, the unseen divide, separating my freedom enclave from Karen Black's dominion of oversight. The yellow placard attracted issues, like a massive target for my domain. Weeks post-installation, my pal Dave visited to mend a dripping tap beneath the galley basin. Dave's superb, a pipe expert. His vehicle resembles a wrecking contest survivor. Aged, rusted, yet his trade tool. He stationed it on the public rural lane before my abode, as customary. We labored in the afternoon beneath the basin, exchanging barbs and tools. By completion, dusk approached. We commemorated plumbing triumph with chilled brews on the rear veranda when we detected it. The distinct reversing alarm of a haul vehicle. Beep, beep, beep. From afore. "What's that?" Dave inquired. I was dismissed. Likely supply for a Bleakwood resident. But the alarm continued, followed by a haul vehicle's pneumatic sigh. We exchanged glances, dread emerging. We circled the abode and beheld a huge haul vehicle, amber beacons flashing, aligning to latch Dave's worn-work vehicle. On the edge, guiding the operator with commanding motions, stood Karen Black. Clipboard in grasp, complacent expression. Beside her, a petite lady in a jacket, clutching another clipboard like authority. Behind Mr. Henderson on his walk, chuckling and capturing footage as I stood arms crossed, suppressing a grin at their absurdity. "Halt! Halt!" I shouted, approaching swiftly. "What are you attempting?" Karen pivoted, her grin counterfeit. "Stanley, we're merely applying area parking rules." This conveyance lingered over 4 hours. It's unsightly and breaches Bleakwood regulations. Dave approached, flushing. "Madam, this is an open roadway. You can't remove my conveyance from the open roadway. It's my occupation vehicle. Tools inside." Per our updated area chart, Karen tapped her board. "This road segment is under group oversight for upkeep and visual maintenance. The conveyance must relocate." The hall operator, a burly man with an oily hair tie, appeared doubtful. He glanced between Karen and us, then the vehicle. "Just performing duties." "Madam, is this private roadway?" he queried. "It falls under our scope," Karen evaded. Then my adjacent dweller, Mr. Henderson, emerged from his dwelling. Mr. Henderson, 80s, retired, chief pastime, neighborhood observation. Eccentric, benevolent elder who finds amusement in all. Now he held his device, capturing everything. Broad smile. "This surpasses my tales," he guffawed. Karen glared poisonously, but he waved merrily. The device's sight heightened the operator's unease. "I require documents, madam. Signed directive from authorities or law. Can't haul from the open street on your way." Karen's expression dropped. Complacency vanished, irritation replaced. "This is absurd. I'm the resident's group head. My word suffices." Dave advanced. "My word. If you attack my vehicle, I will summon authorities, report attempted vehicle theft." "How's that for words?" The operator raised palms, retreating. "No conflict wanted. My firm contracts with a group for internal vehicles. Here, County Lane. Not contacting it." He re-entered his cab, withdrew the latch, and with regretful gesture, departed. Karen remained seething, board pressed to torso. She resembled a sovereign ignored by subjects. She whirled on me, eyes aflame. "This is what you're doing. You and your debris. Destroying this area." Mr. Henderson, still capturing, burst laughing. "Inform him, Karen. Show that corroded postbox dominance," he yelled, gasping amused. Karen's countenance shifted from wrath to humiliation. Defiance one matter, mocked by elderly with another device. Wordlessly, she pivoted and stormed to her flawless neutral residence in her flawless neutral realm. Dave slapped my rear. "Close call. I appreciate your support. Always, friend." I replied, observing Karen's withdrawal. But since this isn't concluded, Mr. Henderson approached, still giggling. Captured all, Stan. Desired duplicate? It's a treasure. I regarded the elder, fresh admiration. Not merely eccentric locals. Witness, comrade. Indeed, Mr. Henderson, I grinned, broadening. Ideadura duplicata. That evening, Nancy and I viewed the recording. Shaky, audible heavy respiration, but irrefutable verification. Karen on open lane, unlawfully attempting vehicle removal, asserting non-existent power. Nancy stored the file in a directory labeled Karen Records. First visual proof, but we knew more forthcoming. The unsuccessful haul was a communal setback for her, and someone like Karen Black handles communal setbacks poorly. She'd intensify. We needed preparedness for ensuing. Following the communal embarrassment of the botched removal, Karen vanished briefly. An eerie calm, like pre-storm silence. I knew scheming occurred. Someone with such pride and minimal insight doesn't surrender. She rearms. Initial indication of her fresh approach was a bulletin. It declared the creation of the Bleakwood Area Protection Unit, laden with phrases like forward-looking alertness and inhabitant security. It detailed that skilled helpers would scout the area to note and alert on infractions or odd conduct. Accompanied by an image of Karen and 3 males in identical vivid yellow tops with grave looks. One was Miller, the crop hair man from my veranda later. Yes, those yellow tops that would appear in my entrance early demanding identification. But then, she feigned safety concerns. The bulletin mentioned they possessed formal identifiers and recording devices for protection. I perused it chilled. Not safe. Intimidation. Constructing personal force. Days later, I spotted them. They swapped Karen's small vehicle for a second-hand guard card, airport style, with flashing amber top. They cruised leisurely through Bleakwood paths, halting to inspect yards and jot on boards. Then they began stationing it at the group boundary edge opposite my abode. They'd linger hours, pair in cart, gazing at my dwelling. Eerie. Intended so. Aimed to induce monitored sensation. Perpetual watch. Nancy raged. She can't. This is torment. I know, I said, observing from pain. But they're ground. Can't act, but disregard. The true heightening occurred that weekend day. I departed for tasks, opened entry, and nearly collided with a yellow-top barrier. Miller. On my upper step, limbs crossed, obstructing the path. Not contacting the portal, but near enough exit required shove. On my land. Pardon, I stated, composure maintained. Miller stared. Recording device on shirt, crimson indicator flashing. Capturing. Can I assist? I queried, tolerance thinning. This is the assigned scout zone, he monotoned. Monitoring for area adherence. This is my veranda, I retorted, intruding. Depart my land now. He remained, a complacent smirk. Provoking. Desired shove. Wanted footage of assault on Bleakwood protection members. Visible in his narrow gaze. Pulse raced. Instinct urged grab his foolish top and hurl into blooms. But recalled Nancy's words. Avoider tactics. Be astute. Deep inhalation. Extracted personal device. Elevated, activated capture. For documentation, I said loudly. Requesting unknown people to exit my private land. Presently obstructing departure. Ultimate alert before authorities call. Miller's smirk faltered. Not anticipated. Expected outburst. Thrust. Fury loss. Not serenity and self-evidence. We confronted, veranda deadlock. Dual devices recording mutually. Blood roared in my ears. This varied. Bodily clash. Irreversible boundary cross. From behind Miller, vehicle closure sound. Karen exiting her spotless vehicle at edge. Issue here, Stanley? She inquired, tone false worry. Yes, issue, I said, not diverting the device or gaze from Miller. Your thug on my land, preventing house exit. Officer Miller merely guaranteed area norms upheld, she said. If more accommodating, such steps are unnecessary. That broke it. Physically menacing on own soil, admitting due to uncooperativeness. Depart my veranda, I lowly threatened. Miller glanced at Karen, doubt flickering. Merely bully, brave with support. Moment, thought he'd challenge. But gradually, he retreated step, another, off the veranda to the path. Final hateful stare before returning to Karen's vehicle. I lingered, hands slightly trembling, energy ebbing. One minor confrontation, but empty success. Brought battle to threshold. Baited for aggression. Knew they'd retry. This wasn't a post box or sod elevation. Pushing to the breaking point. The veranda confrontation altered all. Play from irritating to hazardous. Show Nancy a phone recording that evening. She viewed, face blanched, fingers clenched. In the end, she was silent for a long time. Wanted you to strike him. Whispered. I know. She waited with the device. Stan, insane. She's insane. No. I joked flatly. Humor vanished. No amusement. Next work day, uproar force. Window glance. Karen on public walk, device talk. Wild gestures at abode. Face feigned alarm terror. Even inside, I heard a shrill quaver tone. Performance. Then Miller and thin yellow associate near the drive, observing, awaiting the signal. Stomach knotted. Knew precisely. Seized device, captured from pain. Minutes later, an authority vehicle arrived, beacons off, quiet halt. Two officials exited, male, female. Composed, expert. Approached Karen, who initiated an award-level victim act. Pointed abode, chest clutch, fabricated tale outflow. Male official radio spoke, then the pair advanced my drive. Pulse hammered. Drede d'instant. When defend, when to summon authorities, she summoned first, with falsehood. Met at portal pre-knock. Exited veranda, device up, capturing. Hands visible, tone steady. Afternoon officials. 8. Male, tags Sergeant Peters, stern yet gentle face. Sir, 911 from Miss Karen Black. Hostile, uncooperative resident here. Claims threat to her associates. Nearly chuckled, restrained. No wait time. Official, stand battered. My residence. Caller harassing my spouse for months. Never threatened. Actually, her associate pointed Miller innocent pose. On the veranda last, blocking the portal, provoking a fight. Video half. Sergeant Peters' brows rose. Video that. Yes, and video of MS. Black dramatic 911 now from the walk. A female official spoke. Sir, Ms. Black states property part Bleakwood Group, multiple breaches, refuses corporate security. Moment, keycard. A calm, weary smile. Officials, lovely part tale. House not group. Never. 112, Rural Lane 4. Bleakwood boundary ends with oak yonder. Understanding annoyance exchanged. Dealt overzealous group heads prior. Proof, sir. Sergeant Peters. Certainly. Brief inside. Return folder. Property overview purchase. Boundaries marked. County map copy. Public site print. Handed. Sergeant Peters examined docs. Oak. Karen horror growing face. Plan crumbling. Well, the female murmured. Folder returned. Demeanor shifted. Suspicion gone. Tired expertise. Mr. Battered. Regret interruption. Seems like a mix-up. Record. Added. Group security not law. No detain arrest power. Hands on you call us. No mix-up. Official. Hard tone. Woman false report filed. Using fake security intimidates and harass family control. Not her property. Pattern escalating. Sergeant Peters nodded. Eyes Karen. Speak to MS. Black. Pair returned to drive. I couldn't hear it all, but Karen's color shifted from red-white. Sergeant pointed docs, lane marker. Talked briefly, in stern gaze. Officials departed. Karen, Miller, and other defeats were exposed. Slunk away. Nancy beside me. First, I really fear her face. If believed second, whisper. Cuffs now worse. Thought gut heavy. Play top card, law involved, exploded face. Sure, authority title enough. But not. Had stronger, proof. Thanks to her, the police incident record. Time defense stops. Attack begins. Police visit final for Nancy. Night, kitchen table sit. Karen records, open laptop. Videos, infraction photos, scans indirect bulletins. Nancy's face was determined. Kindness steel overlaid rare. Okay, Stan quiet firm. Over. Jokes over. Trivial revenge over. Called authorities lie. Could be arrested. Danger. Done responding. End this. I love her most then. Angry and tired, she focused. General, ready commands. What do you do? Asked. Fight intelligent. Tapped the screen. This, but insufficient. He said, she said with clips. I need more. Why obsessed with houses? More rusty postbox. Else happening. Right? Obsession level mad. Even power-hungry head. Personal aimed. So begin where? Funds. Nancy eyes strategic shine. Every group budget. Public files. See money go, especially new security. Outfits, cart, devices costly. Next day, formal request Bleakwood Group recent budget. Session notes, spending logs. Nancy state law search. Must provide records requester, member or not, county filings. First, ignored. Second, forceful email statute site. Reluctant reply, secretary PDFs. Evening entire, reviewed. Mostly dull. Sod care, swim supplies, fest ornaments. Then Nancy spotted. Vast, vaguely spent community enhancement, thousands tens. Another security advice is astronomical. No way 50,000 yellow tops card, said. Money where? Nancy dug. Names session notes cross public biz records. Found link. Security advice firm, new company. Registered rep Karen Black brother-in-law. Funneling group fees family. Nancy whispers eyes wide. More power trips. Fraud. Bombshell, but not explain property focus. That piece is from a different source. Mr. Henderson called. Stan, seriously unusual. Daughter paralegal county plan office. Saw something now. Told major builder Apex Homes submitted the initial suggested county. I want to purchase all Bleakwood, demolish homes, construct vast high-end enclosed area golf. Not snap-take titles. Plan big payout needs most owners agree. Karen Hero delivers a clean, issue-free bundle. Me too. Money figures mortgage minds ache. 1-inch plan. Suggested entry. New mega build, Grand Curve Avenue. Need extra space. Specifically half-acre of my house. The deal depends on the builder getting my land. Suddenly all fit. Torment, phony breaches, security thugs, desperation. Not control. Force out. Karen Hero delivers the last puzzle piece builder. Fame, authority, huge bribes, doubt make deals. Make her Bleakwood queen eternal. Don't follow rules. Nancy. Shame a scope gut punch. Get sell. Make life hell give up. With info. Nancy made another call. Lawyer. I met him next. Sharp. Direct Mr. Davies. Laid all. Missives, recordings, Henderson footage, authority event, group budget, fun channel, builder tale. Listened intensely, looking grimmer. Done, lean back. Mr. Mrs. battered, slow. Most blatant group excess targeted torment scene. Beyond rules apply. Proof fund abuse. Plot. Coordinated effort devalue property for sale. Lean forward, hunter gleam. Think you roll over. No idea hit. In the first months, real hope surged. Not just counters. Plan. Pro side, truth. Karen Black war starts with a rusty postbox, but ends with a legal storm that burns kingdom ground. Our attorney, Mr. Davies, said, next public go. Not press, but other Bleakwood dwellers. Karen power from people scared of apathetic questions, explained. Show real do money trust. Turn your own area against. Perfect chance upcoming. Yearly Bleakwood group session. Usually dull. Discuss bloom, hues, and argue fest decor. This year, spice. Session night, club, building hummed. Most cookies brew, but tension is in the air. Karen boards a long table for, self-important. Miller thin pal door, attempt progar look like miss store shift. Nancy I back. Not alone. Henderson, delighted, brought allies. Maria find kid walk, art deemed vandalism. Robert elder threat house claim door finish fade. Few suffered quiet Karen rule. Karen began smug talk about improvements made in the area. Spoke new security how safety up. Omit harass innocents real authority scold. Finished questions? Moment of silence. Then hand. Maria. Yes, Karen. Voice slightly shakes clear. Question budget. See 50,000 security advice gear. Detail break. See public records consult firm's own brother-in-law. Crowd murmur. Karen smiles stiffly. Private contract. All expenses are okay. Before proceeding, Robert rose. Question boundaries. My neighbor is 15 years old. The divide is always clear, but a recent design panel says 10 feet of my rear yard area property. Explain why the group suddenly redraws decades lines. More whispers. People glance confused and worry. Karen flustered. All divides official area map base. Snap. From the rear, I am loud. Voice carry room. Which map, Karen? Official county file. A revised area map you only copy. One uses to try a legal tow-friend truck public rural lanes. The room is quiet. Eyes me, then Karen. Face blotch red. Not association member. Sputters. No right to speak. Every right when a fake force intrudes property. File a false authority report. Retorted. Nancy Rose, paper stack. Every resident, right now, knows the secret pact to try Apex Homes. Pact sells whole area builders. Pact depends on forcing my husband home. Explosion. The room erupts. Shouts questions sides. Builder? What pact? Sell homes? Karen hammer wood. No listen. The board looks at the floor ceiling to avoid angry faces. Miller Powell panic. Edge exit. Chaos. Years of silent voices are found. Connect points. Sudden strict. Odd penalties. Boundary shift. All Karen plans are to make an area a perfect paper builder. Squeeze last coin dwellers. Fund plot in Richkin. Henderson phone out. Capture meltdown. Karen, realizing she is lost, yells session end near the flea room. Board trail scared young. Done. Curtain pull. Bleakwood dwellers are not apathetic. Awake furious. Swarmed us, not wrath. Questions of our own tales. Maria embraces Nancy. Robert's hand shakes. First, not enclaves. Part community fed-up owners ready reclaim the neighborhood. Chaotic session huge win, not last fight. Revolt. True clash formal here room lawyers officials. Only cold proof matter. After the session fallout swift splendid. Karen realm, open revolt. Urgent requests circulate no trust vote for her whole panel. Demand reviews, bylaw study, and own attorneys. But main, true end, county panel here. Mr. Davies filed a formal protest against Bleakwood Group on behalf, citing torment, illegal hall try, fund misuse, false authority report. County serious, especially potential big money build pact, not proper paths. Today, the room is full. Sterile official wood walls are poor light. Nancy, I table Davies. Opposite Karen, attorney, remain panel. Try power project, but panic dies. Rallied residents, public seats. Henderson front, thumbs up. Panel head, Mr. Thompson stern, order call. Karen attorney first. Paint Nancy me hostile trouble refuse. Norms try ruin great chance area. Call Karen, a devoted civic volunteer, and want the best area. Nice tale. Our turn. Davies rose. No fancy words. Facts. Start to submit property title, official county map records. Clear start, said. Battered land, not the Bleakwood Group. Any act against no legal right. Next recordings play. Begin Henderson, shaky hall fail footage. Panel watch Karen public lane bully operator, claim no power. Commissioners frown. Then my device veranda Miller block. Audio clear. Asked to leave private land. Block exit. The room is silent. Mood shift. Not local. Manus. Last recording Jewel. A new clear security device veranda installed Nancy insisted. Wide view yard lane. Davies played footage of Karen 911 day. Panel watch Karen walk act terror operator. Then authority arrived. Then footage of my comm presents officials maps explain. Video end officials walk stunned Karen lecture. Mr. Thompson Mike lean. Ms. Black low danger. Fact the emergency line report Mr. Battered knows were false. Karen's attorney jumped. Client stress. I felt threatened. Davies is calm. Threat what? Man owns a house inside? Footage undeniable. Malice acts intimidate torment. Also crime misuse emergency. Thompson look explode. Not alone. A county cover agency woman attends furious notes. False report, rogue, no license forces huge risk. Look at Karen's walk suit. Last strike Karen when Davies presents finance wrong proof. Bill's brother-in-law fake firm, budget no match. Then present initial suggest Apex Homes. Show panel hold, torment, campaign, motive secret no approve build pact. Over. Visible every panel face. Karen attorney week protest, no use. Proof mountain, our proof build bit, each missive recording late measure, too tall climb. Thompson would hammer. Panel finds Bleakwood Group, under Ms. Karen Black, lead gross excess authority. Pattern torments private persons, community fund misuse, false report law. Then penalties. Group huge county penalty. Cover provider women rise to announce drop group, risk cover now. Panel also started formal probe, build pact group money. Suggest crime charge fraud, 911 misuse to area prosecutor. Karen sat utterly. Face pale. The whole world, empire build false intimidate, dismantle public destroy and ignore things. Data limits reality. Leave a room, small Bleakwood dwellers clap. Not just us, themselves. Free. Time has passed since the great group battle. Life in rural Lane 4 back is quite normal, better peaceful and quiet prior. Victory quiet. Our rear, yard patty grill. Sunset, warm gold glow all. Fernando ornament still proud for yard. Mute rose protector freedom. Faded, earned rest. Nancy veranda swing, cool drink hand, book read. A pet always wants a pet. Hank now chases insects near shrubs. Not great chaser, effort there. The big yellow placard is long gone. Only a small marker yard near one drive near say Battards. Painted same vibrant uplift, no group, okay, Azure entry portal. Change Bleakwood vast. After the county hearing, Karen Black whole panel force quit shame. Area prosecutors charge finance fraud false 911. Her burying law cost service. New group panel people like Maria Robert, sensible understand job, keep shared spaces. Not police neighbor exist. Keep to your own boundary. No sod measure. No care postbox hue. Even friendly gestures are occasional. Apex Homes build pack collapse dramatic. County dig, find back promise possible rule break. Builder withdrew, no scandal link. Bleakwood same neutral homes collection always. Now dwellers seem less tense. Mr. Henderson's occasional shuffle shares a fresh treat. Called General Stand to ask battle curb criminals late. Good man, forever thankful shaky device, recording infected laugh. Funny, never want battle. Home lover, guys like silly quips, quiet dawns. But someone takes calm, invades a small enclave, and sometimes learns to battle it. Nancy teaches. Fight not rage. Fight proof, not fist bully. Facts good attorney. Stand ground not yell, build a strong enemy. False collapse, truth wait. Best of all, satisfy small fruit, and victory happens every even around 5:30. Karen Black 4 sells home cover law costs, but cannot afford a far move. Now a small complex a few miles away. Every day away from the new humble existence. Drive rural Lane 4. Drive right past the abode. See happy no comply Azure entry. See Fernando ornament watch. Every day drives past a lovely slant rusty no group postbox. Hope drives are totally utterly splendidly mad. As Patty Flip, seasoned scent air, Hank Bark tree climber, Nancy laugh veranda, realize not just win battle, win home back.